भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, Govardhan. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you. Nice singing together. Wow, good rhythm. You sing at home also together?
No.
Only first time you are singing here. Wow, that's great. So, intlo kuda baga practice cheste, very good. Okay. Fold all your hands, please. You have to sit down. Can you guys all sit down? I know you guys are big guys, but can you sit down? I want to see everybody's face. When I talk, I want to see their face. Based upon their expression, I want to change the topic. They are sleeping, then I know. Where is Dhruv?
Prabhuji, he came just now from the job.
Oh.
That's correct.
Mahesh and we got a call to test. Performance testing going on. Okay, fold your hands, please. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवता सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी ईश्वरा परमकृष्णा सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकारणकारणम् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः We'll start with the Vaishnavacharya. Let's start with these prayers. Ajnanatimmirandasya. It is there on first page of Bhagavad Gita has. Everybody can see this one?
Yes.
Or we can't give Bhagavad Gita books who cannot see here. Okay, now can you get up, Rohit? And get the books from there and give it to them. Quick. Fast. That should be enough, I guess. Everybody knows by this time. Okay. First page number 1. Page number 1. Everybody knows. Okay. And here also, okay. So start. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kalamayam Dadati Sapadankitam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Uttapadakamadam Sri Gurum Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sarivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sadhanamrita Sri Vishakadvitascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vāṅkākalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhya eva ca Patitānaṁ Pāvanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you for coming. So this week was very auspicious week, right? Does anybody know why it is auspicious week this week? Anybody knows? Very, very awesome. Gaura Purnima, holy festival, festival of colors, right? So the why it is because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself. He appeared in West Bengal in 1482, some that point. Okay. Thursday was the appearance day. We are celebrating the temple massive scale tomorrow, starting 3:30 to 8 o'clock. So please make it. And if you look at the deities' dresses, no, because we did Abhishek on Thursday with the new dresses. Their appearance day we put that. Srimit, whatever, right. So the new dresses, so they're looking so beautiful. So Thursday we are fasting until moonrise. Then we had a temple program, but somehow it was cancelled because of snow. Then Krishna Karana Prabhu, he lives here, so he called us. We went there and we had a program like 10-15 devotees together. We sang some songs and Aarti and everything went on. Okay, so if you can make it, that will be great tomorrow, right? And oh yeah, great, thank you. So Shiksha vows. Whoever is chanting 1 round, 2 round, I gave all the names and you will get certificates. Remember, every year. So I gave all the names. Please come and collect it there. Just one more time. I will take this call. Hello, Mahesh. Yes. Quick. Okay. 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 Amar is okay with that? Oh, okay, that's fine. Then text to me and Uma, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mahesh. Bye. Yeah. Okay. What was talking? Okay. Right. Yeah, 6 hours. So please come and I gave everybody's names. Certificates will be there. So collect it. Okay. That's the one thing. Second thing is we are going to complete our 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita next week probably. Okay. It took exactly, we started 3/4/2014. So close to 1 year, more than 1 year it took for 3rd chapter. 3rd chapter is Karma Yoga. So what we will do following week, probably I can ask you to prepare something for 3rd chapter. What each of you, each one of you attracted to which words. Select one word or maybe select whole summarization and talk like 5 minutes. Okay, this chapter I learned something, or what out of this chapter, what we want to implement in your life. For example, 3rd chapter is Karma Yoga, very, very important chapter, right? We have seen very important shlokas, like, what happens if you don't offer to prasadam.
Can we talk about our favorite chapter?
Favorite shloka, not chapter.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can prepare PowerPoint presentations also if you have time. Okay, we can go through. Kids, right? And what you learn from this lesson, because we have seen so many important shlokas, right? Bhunjatveta agam papam, right? Ye pratishti atma karanat. What happens if you don't offer prasadam to Krishna? What if you eat? What happens, right? We know that. And we have seen very important shloka, kamayesha krodayesha rajoguna samudbhava mahasano mahapapa vidiyena ihe vairinam. The greatest enemy is lust. We have seen that. And also,
I was going to say envy.
Envy, yeah, envy also, you're right. All those are in the same category. See, I think kids are learning better than us, so I really appreciate kids, okay? Part is really, I'm very happy you're becoming very, very Krishna conscious.
Thank you.
Of course, they have a history of family, that mercy comes automatically. So very nice, okay? So we will do, after 1 or 2 weeks, we'll just, again, because I'm asking, don't try to not to come. If you don't, just try to.
Next Swamiji was the member.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll
No, you're
summarize
fine.
and send it.
Yeah, definitely. When is Swamiji is coming? 19th and 23rd. Okay, we can probably announce that program. Anybody is interested, they can come.
Ugadi.
Yeah, 23rd, right? Mahaswamiji is doing Sitarama Kalyanam on 28th. That's a real day of Jan Ramanam. Okay, so please attend if you attend. That is in Ukraine Church Hall. Chinnajira Swami is coming from India, and he does Sitarama Kalyanam. He is the topmost on the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So if you all get chance, please. Now, see, taking darshan of those Maha Purushas purifies our existence. So please, he is such a elevated personality. So please go ahead and this is very exit and is very close. Okay.
Time.
Time 9:30. Okay.
Morning 9:30 to.
Okay. So please, please all efforts to go and take his darshan.
And 21st Saturday Ugadi celebrations at Ashram, GR Ashram.
Okay. 21st.
Yeah, 9 o'clock Tirtha Goshti then.
Okay. So that is also in GG Ashram in Princeton. So if you can, that would be great if you can go, please. Okay. So those are the announcements. So but tomorrow we have another temple very close by. Please try to go and visit. Okay. So I will maybe in the last I'll spend like 5 minutes to talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then what we will do is now we have seen last week, right? Sloka 38. Is it right?
Yeah.
38 was telling that I'll just read purport, right? As fire is covered by smoke, right? As mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb, the living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of this lust. So before sloka, I just want something. So Arjuna was asking, right? Krishna, you have been telling me all the philosophy for a long time in the battlefield, but still I am not able to come out of this illusion. Right? It was an illusion. My parents, my uncle is there, my grandfather is there, my teacher is there. I don't want to fight the war. It was under illusion. But at that point, as even the second chapter, all he went through, third chapter, he told me everything. I can avoid this one. So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhupada. Who is this? Oh, Prabhuji, Shamsundar Prabhu. Oh, you want to talk to Brajade Mataji? 1 second, I'll give it to her. Okay, so he was talking about so many things, right? Then Arjuna says, Krishna, in spite of hearing all these things, I am still not able to come out of this illusion. What is this? And then he says, Kamaesha Krodayesha Rajoguna Samudbhava. It's only because of lust we are not able to come. After giving that information, he said, lust desires, lust is there. And we have defined lust as a excessive desire to enjoy anything, excessive desire to sleep, excessive desire to eat, excessive desire to have sex, excessive desire to have anything is defined as a lust. Right? That is as a lust. Now, then next chapter, next sloka, what did he say that lust is? He said lust, then he defines the lust, and after definition of lust, he gives how lust has been divided into 3 categories. And he given the example. Is that right? Example was given. Can you remember what the examples he gave? Just summarize last week.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Maybe Taslim Prabhu, remember? No? Giri, I think
You can give a hint, then we
Yeah,
will.
Okay, so Zakar Prabhu, go ahead.
Sloka itself, smoke.
Yes, that's the examples he gave. Can you summarize what? What do you remember?
As
Fire is
covered by
covered.
So, first one is as fire is covered by smoke.
Mirror is covered by dust.
Mirror is covered by dust. And embryo is covered by womb. So he gave that there are various degrees of lust. Like smoke is covered by fire is covered by smoke. And that is compared to what? Mode of goodness. Right? So it means that is a very easy lust to remove. For example, if the fire is there and smoke is there, then you go say, what happens? The smoke is gone, fire comes up. So people who are in the mode of goodness, they doesn't need much knowledge. As soon as you tell about Krishna consciousness, they take it, accept it. That's what we have seen first example. Right? mode of goodness, Shuddha Sattva level. No, sorry, not Shuddha Sattva. What is that called? Shuddha Sattva. Sattvic nature. Okay. Then we have seen second type, the mirror covered by dust. For example, you go for vacation, come back, you see mirrors, all dust is there. Then when you say, it goes away, but still you cannot see face clearly. Then you have to use little force to clean that. Same way, people who are in the mode of passion, they need some more force to remove their ignorance. So that takes time. So, people come to temple first week, second week, they take up Krishna consciousness firstly. Then people come for 10 years, they slowly, it's nothing wrong in that one because it's a journey of the soul. It takes time for some people to understand the philosophy. And third one, he compared with the embryo covered by womb. When a baby is inside, embryo covered by womb. And that, when you go and say, that baby doesn't come out. Right? So, that is compared with the mode of ignorance. So, for those people, it takes long time. And those are the people who change gurus time to time. This guru is not good, they do a different guru. Finally, they end up nowhere. People with confusion. Because, you see, all four sampradayas, Sri Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, and Rudra Sampradaya. These four sampradayas are bona fide. You can follow any sampradaya, you can go back to Godhead. And one sampradaya, people can go other sampradaya. Nothing wrong in that. Because all four sampradayas teaching love of God. Right? And other than this, they go to different places. Finally, they get confused. They end up nowhere. And they are like an embryo covered by the womb. Okay? So, he gave those 4-5 examples. And I was talking, and he compared later with the trees. For example, trees have that kind of consciousness. Right? Trees have a very low consciousness. Trees, still they are living entities. They have a low consciousness. Okay? And that is compared with the embryo covered by the womb because they have low consciousness. They need a lot of time to evolution takes place. And if you compare birds and beasts and all these things, they have mode of passion kind of thing. So they are like a mirror with the dust. They need some time to come out of that one. Okay? And other one is he compared the human beings, right, with the mode of goodness. But the problem is even the human beings, we have different kinds of varieties which is equivalent to, for example, people who are mode of ignorance, they are equivalent to like a tree's consciousness because the consciousness is very low, very low. For example, if you go to especially China, for example, right? I'm not saying Chinese are bad. Korea, China, right? They eat whatever walks and talks, not talks. Whatever walks, they eat. Okay? Again, don't take negative. But those people consciousness is very, as Prabhupada mentioned, very, very, very low. Right? It takes lifetimes, so many lifetimes they come up to this. That's why Sri Prabhupada never recommended teaching in those countries, Bangkok, Thailand, those places, because lot of sinful activities are there. Okay, so that's this is what Krishna is comparing these three. He is explaining Arjuna. Don't worry, there will be various degrees of lust is there, but it takes time. Each one, see, when we are preaching, we cannot distinguish. Oh, you took 4, you are only chanting 2 rounds, 1 round. No, we don't distinguish. Let them take their own time, but understand the philosophy, conviction, what is behind this theory is there. And slowly it takes time. And maybe somebody is taking 16 rounds immediately means he might have done something in the previous lifetime. He did not finish. Now he took up very fast. For us, maybe it's a first lifetime we are taking. If you don't finish in this lifetime, when you go to next lifetime, then we fastly increase. Next lifetime will be the star. The moment you go to Krishna conscious activity, when you're in the next life, if you go to Bhakta Riksha, maybe not here, some other planet, some other planet if you go to, then you may start chanting 60 rounds after second week itself. It means the accumulation of this piety, accumulation of devotional service, not only from this lifetime, this is coming from life after life, life after life, life after life. What Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanavan Mam Prapachyate, Vasudevam Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudurlabha. He says, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just saying like how Chinese people and stuff like that, I just had a question. You know, when you die, you go to a new birth and stuff. If you return to this world, what if you like if you're a vegetarian in this life and then God gives you next life, but you're a carnivore? Like.
Very good point. Very good point.
Like, could that happen?
Yes. Can you hold on that question? It's
Yeah.
very good point. I want to answer that. Okay. It's very very intelligent question. Okay.
What is the question?
Question is, if you are vegetarian in this lifetime, next lifetime you may become carnivore. You can eat also. Right? Yeah, that's possible. I'll tell you. Very good question. Hold on to that. Okay. Yes.
You said that like a person is in only one mode of nature, because you were comparing like okay, people are in like the mode of ignorance and stuff. But like, what if they do good actions that are like considered in the mode of goodness? Like, what if they do like good things
Yes.
that people in the
Yes.
mode
I
of
will tell you. Yeah. That's also a very good question. Hold on those questions. Okay? Very good questions. Okay. So, if I forget, ask those questions again. Okay. So, he was explaining about different degrees of lust. Right? Is that clear until now? These different degrees. So, we all belong to different degrees of lust we have. It means somebody may take fast, somebody take, but that's okay. We are all in the right path. As Vedaprashu pointed out last time, right? We are on the right path. That's good. But don't deviate from this path. Once you deviate this from path, then you are going to go nowhere. Nowhere. You will be, what is that? Brahmanda Brahmite Kone Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasada Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. He says that Brahmanda Brahmite Kone Bhagyavan Jiva. See, there are 8.4 million species of lives are there total. 8.4. Prabhu, please come here. Don't sit there cold. It's not worth it. You have so much space here, right? So 8.4 million species of life are there. Then, if you miss this human form of life now, if you don't use your time and value, money, whatever for Krishna's service, if you miss opportunity, then what happens? There is the greatest danger. What the greatest danger is, you may not get human form next lifetime. Then 8.399999 life you have to go back to different species of life. Then again you may get a chance to become a human being. Look at how dangerous that would be. 8.4 million species of life. If you miss this by this chance, whatever, you have to so many lives you have to again to get back to human form of the life. It's really worth it. All we are asking is, what Sri Prabhupada the Gurus gave is just chant and go back to God. So easy, because you are in the human form now. Everything is there. By God's grace in America also, you don't have to worry for food, shelter, clothing. Like a lot of people, if you go to countries, they don't have food to eat also. We have been given food, shelter, clothing, heaters, everything is provided. Just is asking, chant my names and come back to me. Is really worth it, miss this opportunity and again go back to 8.3999 million species of life. Just, we are all intelligent people, think about it. Okay, so that's the deal. Basically, that's what I mean. Brahmanda Brahmite Kone Bhagyavan means, who is a Bhagyavan? Brahmanda Brahmite, you are going life after life, one planet, other planet, one guru to other guru, keep on going back and forth, Kone Bhagyavan Jiva. Who is the Bhagyavan? Who is the fortunate person? Guru Krishna Prasada Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. Whoever reaches the Guru, Krishna. And when you reach Guru, what Guru does? Bhakti Lata Bij. The seed of devotion will be put in your heart. That will grow and grow and grow. So that Bhakti Lata Bij is so important, that will be sown in this lifetime. It may grow next lifetime, but as long as the sown is taken place, you are secured. So we are all trying for that one. Bhakti Lata Bij. And when that Bhakti Lata Bij grows as a tree, when tree grows, what happens? Weeds also come, right? Weeds, useless stuff comes. You have to cut those weeds. Sometimes we think weeds are the real tree and real tree is the weeds. That's a problem we have. So weeds means all anarthas will. You have to cut them. Tree grows and gives fruits and everything. That is how we compare. Okay, and the amount of chanting you are doing. Okay, this week is very auspicious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, and if you sincerely chant, Mahaprabhu gives mercy to chant more rounds. Okay, don't anytime. Again, if somebody was asking Sri Prabhupada, Sri Prabhupada, what is the? I think it's Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami was saying that what is the best of all human existence a person can do as a living entity in this Kali Yuga? What you can do? What Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami said? Just chanting is the one everybody can do. That should be Yuga Dharma. That should be done properly. Chanting of Hare Krishna. See, different yugas. Satya Yuga was there. Dwapara Yuga was there. Treta Yuga was there. In those yugas, mercy was not available. Everything on your own efforts. For example, if you take old Telugu movies, Hindu movies, Satya Yuga, people sitting and meditating for 60,000 years. You see that beard goes this much, around them all trees grows up. Because they have to work so hard to get the mercy of the Lord in those yugas. Means they are sadhaka siddhas. They can get it. As time passes, what happened? Deterioration took place in memory, living age and all those things. Then after seeing that God, He was merciful. Okay, you guys are fit for nothing in these yugas. You are fit for nothing in this yugas. You cannot do anything on your own. Let me give my name so you can chant, and that only happens through mercy of the Lord. With that mercy, when you receive that Harinam and chant, He will take back to the Godhead. Because different yugas have different things. But this yuga is the most merciful yuga. Kali Yuga. What is that? Harinama, Harinamaiva Kevalam. Just Harinam. Vishnu, Krishna names. Kevalam. Kalau Nasteva Gatiranyati. Nothing, nothing. Gati means your final destination is just by chanting Krishna, Vishnu names in this yuga, you can go back to God. No other weapons are there. Please, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as avatar in this yuga. He did not come with any. For example, when Krishna came 5,000 years back, he said, Sarvadharman Parityeja, Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papejya Mokshayashyami Masuchaha. He said, leave all duties, abandon everything and surrender to me. He said that. But he did not show how to surrender process. He went back, came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he came, what are his weapons when he came back? Sankirtan moment. What is that? Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangasta Parshadam Yagne Sankirtane Prayer Tejayandi Sumay Dasha. Right? In this yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who came, he did not come with the bow and arrow to shoot people. He came with his Mridanga, Kartal, and his associates, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associates Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Acharya, and with that he gave with the Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He gave and Sankirtan movement is spread. Just chant Hari's names and follow some principles and go back to Godhead. That's why he is called Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He is the father of the congregational chanting. When we do sit together and chant our Hari names, Hari will be present there. Krishna will be there. Kalikala Nama Rupe, Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, how God came in the form of a holy name. And it also Shastra says that Krishna names are more merciful than Krishna himself. Krishna name is more merciful than Krishna. If Krishna person is there, his name is there, his name is more merciful in Kali Yuga.
That's what happened, one second. That's what happened Draupadi when she called.
Yes, exactly.
She just chanted his name. It is not that Krishna literally came and gave.
Yes.
He just appeared and he
Exactly.
helped her.
Best
The name
example.
itself.
Exactly. See, he has shown in how beautifully he put, like Kalikala Namarupe Krishna Avatar. Only name has everything. Nama, Guna, Rupa, Lila. Name has Krishna name, you write, that name has his name, his form, his qualities, his pastimes.
Actually, Guru Maharaj says among the deity worshipping and chanting is even more merciful than deity worshipping.
Exactly.
Because deity worshipping means you have to follow certain rules and go to the deity. But when you chant the name, Krishna himself, he comes to
When you chant, everything, name has everything. You don't have to go anywhere. Second chapter, I think Madhavendra Puri gives one shloka. For a lot of Brahmanas, in the olden day Brahmanas, so I want to, don't touch me, I have to do this from that puja, this puja. He says, chhod de, sab chhod de Kali Yuga mein, they have no power in Kali Yuga except calling the names of Lord Hari and Krishna and Vishnu. As I think I remember part of this sloka. Sthana subhyam asamyamastu, sandhyavanana madramastu. Leave all sandhyavana, everything, brahmana, tarpanam. Leave everything, surrender to Krishna, take name of Krishna, you will be purified. That's all. Name is purification. Nam, right. Okay? So Sankirtana, Krishna Mahaprabhu came, he spread Sankirtana, and that too, to whom? All living entities, irrespective of their background, sex, caste, creed, everybody can chant Lord Hari's name and go back to God. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called the munificent incarnation of Kali Yuga. Munificent, most munificent means most merciful incarnation. Look at that, just by chanting, you are go back to Goloka Vrindavan, which Yuga and which God gave that, tell me, that mercy. And price is nothing. Just chant and follow some principles and go back to Godhead. But if you miss this chance, you have to go to 8.399 speeches, So if you become a snake, how very painful that. If you become a frog, you will become a cat. All these speeches really worth going back again and again and again. And you have begun such a wonderful life as a human being, and also you are fortunate to come and hear about Krishna Katha. What purifying process you need more than this one. Just chant the Lord Hari names. Whatever round you are chanting, 1 round, 2 round, mercifully, focus on the round and pray to God, give me energy so I can chant more and more rounds. I think I always say, same sloka, Srinitam Samada Krishna, Punya Savana Kirtanam, Hridayantassohi Abhadrani. Punya Savana means, Hridayantassohi Abhadrani means all inauspicious will be gone from the heart just by chanting his names. Hearing, maybe thinking, sitting here and he's talking, but hearing about Krishna is a purifying process itself. We don't know the power of hearing about Krishna. That's why Prahlad Maharaj said, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atmanivedanam. Everything starts from hearing about Krishna. When you hear, for example, if somebody is great, you say, I want to hear, can you tell me more about him? Same Krishna Katha. When you hear more and more about Krishna, what happens? More and more cleanly process start. Punya Savana Kirtanam, Hridayantassohi Abhadrani, Vidnoti Samsitam Samdha. Right? And one more Bhakta Shloka explains very clearly what is that? Samsita Yat Pada Pallava Plavam, right? Mahad Padam Yesho Punya Murare, Bhavambudir Vasta Param Padam, Padam Jat Vipadam Natesham. He says that this material world is Padam Vipadam. Means what? Every step is a danger in Kali Yuga. Is that true or not? Tell me. Every step is a danger. Today I am good, we don't know what comes tomorrow. Today I have a job, tomorrow I may not have a job. Today, everything is safe, tomorrow morning some phone call comes. Every step in your life, danger. How many agree that one? Tell me, every step is a danger in Kali Yuga. Are you peaceful one day, 24 hours, tell me, without any worry? Because this world is a dual nature by law. This is designed by law, I said dual. The moment you have a happiness, distress bound to come. Because they live together. They are partners. And when chanting devotional service, what will come and attack you? Maya Devi is waiting out of the door. The moment you go, she'll catch you forget everything what you heard here. Maya Devi. Where Krishna Katha going, Maya definitely comes and sits there, near the door. As soon as you go, it catches at the door. Then you forget everything. Next week, forget about Bhakti Raksha. It happens.
People even after coming for many...
Right. I'm saying, but don't think I am perfect, I am telling you. Even for me also Maya attacks. I got my phone call in the form of Maya, right? And then I have tomorrow morning get up and see how the performance testing going on the grid. Okay? So what I am saying is, Padam Vipadanatesham. But Samsita Yad Pada Pallava Plavam, he says that, but people who surrendered to Krishna, Vishnu, Tattva, it is like a, for example, assume that your whole like a ocean of problems you have there. The moment you turn to Krishna, all this ocean like a water in the cow's foot. We put a cow foot, right? And that water fills in. So it's very small. Water in the cow's footprint. Instead of ocean, your all problem becomes very small cow's water in the cow's footprint. It means when you surrender to Krishna, Srinvitam Sada Krishna Punya Savana Kirtanam. When you hear about Krishna, all these things are gone, your problems will be mitigated. This is a formula for that.
Inauspiciousness.
Yes. See, I think two immediate benefits of devotional service chanting is, what is the first one? First is inauspiciousness will be removed. Kleshagni and Shubhada. Shubhada means the moment you start chanting, you get all auspiciousness in the house. Whether you take it or not, auspicious comes. First Shubhada. Then Kleshagni. Klesha means problems. All problems will be solved immediately. But that's the first two benefits you get by chanting. Kleshagni and Shubhada. It's not I'm telling, it's written by Acharyas. Okay? So we'll go to the sloka here. What is the next sloka, Prabhu? 39. Yeah. Okay. Repeat after me. Avrutam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena lenecha. Translation. Thus, sorry. Gayatri, can you repeat that sloka? Avrutam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena lenecha. Shreyas.
Avrutam jnanametena
Jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalevacha.
Spelling without saying sloka. Look at that, how beautiful that boy is. I'm very much impressed. Okay, very nice. Okay, keep.
Avrutam jnanametena
jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalevacha.
Okay, so translation. Thus the wise living entities, pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Look at that, how beautiful he says, right? Wise living entities. Okay, let's go through the purport. Okay, we'll start. Giri, start. Purport.
It is said in the Manusmriti that lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment, just as fire is never extinguished by a constant supply.
Exactly. So Manusmriti. What is the Manusmriti? Manusmriti.
The rules and regulations.
Yes, exactly. Manusmriti. Manu is the original father of humankind. Right? And he made certain rules. It's a documentation. He made some documentation following, saying that, okay, this creation is there, you have to follow certain rules and regulations. When computer, by a computer, right? You get the instructions, right? If you don't follow instructions, what happens, Parth, on the computer? I'm asking Parth.
It crashes.
It crashes, exactly. Okay. Very good. It crashes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Akash, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You cool. Okay. So, Akash, what happens if you don't follow rules and regulations? If you don't follow, if you don't go on time to school, what happens?
Detention.
Detention. So, you will punish it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Manu is original father. He gave rules and regulations. Nobody is following. So then what should happen if you are not following? Detention or attention or punishment. Right? That is what? Why we are suffering this material world?
Following the proper.
We are not following the proper dharma, what is written by Manusmriti. That is condensed in Bhagavad Gita, whatever Manu wrote. Are we following Manu's instructions? No. Are we following computer instructions to work every day? Yes, we follow, right? Otherwise, we don't eat any, right? Then why we are not following original Manusmriti? Because nobody is
Just.
asking. But to see the effects of Manu, it takes time. Because if you don't follow Manu's this one, you will not become human being next lifetime. But you are not seeing that one. You are seeing immediate results. Right? So, yes.
So you say if you don't do these things, you won't be human next life, right? So does that mean last life we did this?
Yeah, very good point. Hold on to those questions. I'll come. I am very much impressed, Parth. Just hold on, okay? Okay. So what is that? Manusmriti said rules cannot be satisfied. So Manusmriti is telling that lust cannot be satisfied, but any amount of sense enjoyment you do, you will not be satisfied. By period. For example, you take some activities, you keep on doing, feel like doing, but you never get satisfied. It's like a big fire. You bring big fire, it takes anything. You put a big elephant also, big fire itself. Our desires are like that. Big, and there is no limit for that one. Okay? Next, Prabhuji.
In the material world, the center of all activities is sex, and thus this material world is called Maitunya Agara, or the shackles of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient to the laws of the Lord are shackled by sex life.
Right. So basically, he's talking about that one. Okay. Next, Ved Prakash Prabhu.
Advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of the material existence of a living entity.
Right.
Therefore, this lust is the symbol of ignorance by which the living entity is kept within the material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually that so-called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense
Enjoyer, actually. So that's what I'm saying. So the ultimate enemy is lust, right? See, this sloka, it explains that Kamarupena Kaunteya and Jnaninonicca Vairina. We think, only people who doesn't know about lust is suffering. That's what our understanding. People don't know. But it doesn't matter. Jnani, Ajnani, everybody is suffering because of this lust. Even Arjuna was in the battlefield. He is in the lust. Lust in the sense is, lust means don't take negative meaning. Lust could be anything. It's a positive also. Excessive desire to enjoy anything is a lust. And even if you want to sleep excessively, there's a lust too. Okay? Arjuna was having desires that he doesn't want to kill, even that is a lusty desires. But he is saying that Jnanina Nitya Vairina means even Jnani, people who are knowledge also having this lusty problem. Why? Because this lust is covering Jnanam. That's a problem. Lust is covering your Jnanam. What is the Jnanam? And what is the Jnanam? Jnanam is basically you are the servant of the Lord. That is covered by lust. Because that is covered by lust, and we are constantly in the illusion. Constantly the illusion. What is the illusion? Basically, we are thinking we are this bodies. That is the greatest illusion we have, is we are the bodies. Why? It is coming from all the way from the lust. Lust is converted into all the way up to ajnanam. Ajnanam is basically you are thinking you are this body. That is the greatest problem. So I think he gives the solution also next how to overcome this one, right? Okay. So I mean not much, but basically what they think is that in the human form of life one can conquer the enemy lust by cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Only solution to overcome this lust is basically to follow the Krishna consciousness. What is basically you have to follow the rules and regulations given in the Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Basically chanting the Lord names, following for regulatory principles. That puts you in the human platform. Then you are trying to overcome the lust. As long as we have lust, as long as lust is there, we are going to live in the illusion. When the illusion is there, basically, what illusion? I am this body. When you are already acting on the bodily platform, then you are doomed. That's the whole purpose, is basically overcome the lust. And how to overcome, I think we discussed last week also, how to overcome lust is basically by devotional service. Devotional service that removes the lusty propensities. Because what happens is when lust is there within the heart, that doesn't make you to believe who you are. That's going to create a greatest problem. That doesn't believe you who you are. And when you don't know who you are, then you act erratically. You do any action you don't think that has any rules and regulations. You do whatever way. As you gave example of sex life, right? I don't want to discuss too much, but these are the things going to happen. So any material enjoyment with lusty desires is not going to keep you happy. See, these desires you keep on fulfilling, it keep on increasing these desires. There is no end for these desires. Only desires have to be dovetailed to Krishna conscious activities. You turn your activities towards Krishna, there becomes devotional service, then you get the real jnana who you are. So when the real jnanam comes, then you act on the soul platform, not on the bodily platform. As long as this lust is there, lust is going to lead to illusion. Illusion is going to lead to believe that which is not right is wrong, wrong is right. That's a problem. Because this whole world is the reflection of the spiritual world, perverted version of the spiritual world. And here everything is like, for example, there is no love in this world, only lust is there. Any questions? Yes.
You told me to tell the questions I asked before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, the first question was. Wait. I said. Oh yeah. I know. Like, if you're a vegetarian in this life, why would God make and then if you're a human next life, why would God?
Okay. Very good point. Okay, so here is just a question of vegetarian, non-vegetarian. We are not talking about vegetarianism at all. Okay, vegetarianism is recommended. Vegetarianism has less sins. That's true. But as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, any vegetarian food also, if you don't offer to Krishna, that is going to bind you back again. What is that, Mati? Bunjate. Yagnashishtajino santa muchante sarva kilbishay. Bujjate, right? Right. So, anything you are vegetarian food also, if you don't offer to Krishna, he is going to put you back in the material world because you are bound to pay the price for that one.
Actually, ahimsa, vegetarianism means basically we are following ahimsa, right? But even if being a vegetarian, if you hurt others,
right, exactly,
that
yeah,
is called ahimsa.
right,
so
ahimsa, right.
That way they may become carnivores.
Right. No, that's right. But basically, this question is food. Especially food, when food comes, right? Even if you are visiting vegetarian food, that is good. You are eating vegetarian food. That's very good. It's recommended. Yeah. But that has to be offered to Krishna. When you offer to Krishna, what happens? That becomes karmic-less food. Then, when you eat Krishna prasadam, that purifies your internal organs also.
But won't Krishna be mad if you eat meat? Why would he make?
Yes, if you eat meat. Actually, that is first of all, you are right. Meat is okay. Whatever you offer to Krishna, you eat it. That's the rule. So people offer meat to Krishna. Nobody offers. Even meat eaters also won't offer to meat. right? They first do puja, vratam, they do it. Then okay, after Brahman went, they start cutting. Is that true? I come from the same family. Okay, still my folks do, but unfortunately I cannot tell that. Okay, I'm a Shudra by birth, so I'm telling. They do puja, Sachana puja. They do give Brahman. Whenever Brahman goes out of that, okay, mega cut. Puja. This puja is going on.
I forgot my second question.
That's all. Right? This happens. I mean, this is why, because of ajnana, knowledge is not there. If I go and tell in India, you went to America and you start coming and telling all these rules to us, what are you talking? They say, that's why I just walk and I tell people who are able to receive the knowledge. Because we are living in ajnanam for so long, people don't believe because they're used to believe the unreality. That's the problem. When you tell real things, nobody believes. Yes, Gayatri?
I had a question earlier.
Yeah, what was that question, sir?
You said that like a person was in the mode of ignorance and you compared them to trees.
Yes.
And then you said a person who's in the mode of passion is like birds.
Mm-hmm.
But like how can you like specify that they're only in one mode? What if
Very
someone
good
in
point.
the mode of passion does
Very
things
nice.
that-
Actually, okay. What happens is, in a given day, we have different modes also. Because when I get in the early morning, I feel like doing lot of things. Right? We have a lot of energy. And when you are chanting, first round goes very well. You think, I am almost just close to Paramahamsa level. Let me chant. Then you feel that much energy. When you come from office in the night time, you think you are the most useless person, you think. In a given day, we have different modes. Right? Morning you think very good. When you're in the office, you have to answer all the emails. The passion, you have to do it. Competition. When you come home, you're in the mode of ignorance. But a person's behavior, more or less, over the time, most of the time in which mode he spends. For example, in case of devotees, for example, right? See, we chant in the morning. Then go to office, you come back, you prepare class, you read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So when you are in contact with the spiritual scriptures and these things, most of the time you are in the mode of goodness. Actually, it's a beyond goodness. Prad, can you sit down little? Because I'm not able to see that. You're tall. Okay? So when most of your time is spent in the mode of goodness. Right? So for example, 70% mode of goodness, 20% mode of ignorance, 10% mode of passion, but still whatever predominant mode is there, that is determined. But the whole thing here is we want to even come to 100% mode of goodness. That is our target. And once you come to mode of goodness, the target is go above mode of goodness. What is that called? Nirguna. There is no gunas. Nirguna platform. That's called Shuddha Sattva level. That is called Vishnu level. That is what Vasudeva platform we call. To reach that one, at least you have to come to mode of goodness first. Mode of goodness you can push to there, but going from mode of goodness to Shuddha Sattva is a very, very tough situation. Passion, ignorance, those deals, when your mode of goodness is good, but going by mode of goodness, so you are basically transcending the modes of material nature to go to Nirguna level. That needs a lot of determination. That is where another nivritti is there basically. We have a lot of unwanted desires. Even the mode of goodness, we have unwanted desires. Those desires have to be cut. And when you come to that level where the desires means, don't think that living wife and kids, those are desires. Those are not desires. Those are the duties we have to do. Doing that also, you can go beyond the modes of material nature. That has to be achieved. That happens only how you have to surrender to the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and under his able guidance, you should be able to pass the modes of goodness. It's not going to happen with our own effort. Our effort should be there, but mercy has to come from the spiritual master. Only at that point you can go to beyond modes of material nature, which is Nirguna platform. And when you go to Nirguna platform, what are the results? Brahmabhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. Samasarveshu Vadeshu Bhakte Labate Param. I forgot shloka, right? So when you reach that level, na shochati na kamshati. Either good happens, bad happens, you don't care. Or because when you're in that platform, you are not on the bodily platform, it's soul platform. So what is soul by nature? Satchidananda. I am saying this body is only for this lifetime. I am part and parcel of Krishna. I want to go back to Krishna. At that point, you think that way. Lot of devotees, when they go to bhava level, prema level, what happens? They don't have consciousness of this body at all. This body, what is this body? Useless. This body has no life. When the soul is gone, this body is useless. And at that point, they are 100% focused. They na shochati, na kamshati. Whatever happens around, sometimes if you go look at great acharyas, they don't even know what is happening in their surroundings. Their mood is always constantly engaged in the service of Lord Sri Krishna in the Vaikuntha and spiritual world. This world is useless, right? This is anyway useless. So they're situated at that level. That happens in the mode of Shiva. Okay, next,
So
follow.
is that like if they're the highest platform, is that when they go back to Krishna?
Yes, exactly. To go back to Krishna, now mode of goodness also not going to help you. To go to Krishna, you see, Krishna is Nirguna, right? He is on Nirguna level. You have to reach his level, then only go to him. But the launching pad for that one would be mode of goodness. So that's why we have to practice to be always in the mode of goodness. What is the advantage of mode of goodness? You won't disturb, you are not agitated, you have a calm. When you read Shastra, you understand. So that's why, especially if you look at Brahmanas in olden days, because Brahmana means they are very pure, they read Shastra, they understand, because they are in the mode of goodness all the time. Again, I'm not generalizing, even people, non-Brahmanas are also in the mode of goodness. Qualities. So whatever mode maximum you spend, that considered as your mode of this one. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, Parth, your question.
I forgot.
Okay, no, just fine. Next time.
Oh wait, yeah.
But it's okay, you can remember, I can speak.
I have, so like, if this is just like garbage compared to our like souls, why wouldn't God just like make us walk around like in souls?
Yeah, that's the problem. Because you were with Krishna first, you choose to come here. Yeah, you are seeing, oh Krishna, you have all these things, I don't have something.
I was envious.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not asking in the form of a question.
So cute, these kids are asking, so wonderful. I'm so impressed. These kids are so very nice.
In the chart, like how many levels are there? Like
Which levels?
Like he's talking about like the
That's also like a first class, second class, third class, fourth class. If you want to go to college, what you have to do? First class, second class, third class. So there are different steps we have.
There's like a bad part and a good part.
Nothing like a bad part.
Like
You can say the beauty of Krishna is a bad part can become good part when you involve Krishna.
Dark places.
Right, exactly.
Dark places.
Any questions? Any more? Elders? All Krishna are asking questions. Yes, Gayatri?
wait, so looking at that chart, is there something worse than being here?
No. I think I went through this chart very detailed long time back. We'll go through one more time, okay? We'll go. Atalastara Patala Loka. If you go all the way down, it's very hellish planets we have there. Okay, we'll talk. I think I went through long time back, 4 years back. I went through on the chart. We'll go through. Okay. So can we hold on now? Questions next, please. We'll answer. Okay. We'll have one day whole question answer session. Okay. So that's the one. Then we'll also complete the next sloka. Then we are done for it. 40th, right? So Indriyani manobuddhir asyati stanamuchyate ete vimohyati yesha jnanamavruta dehinam. Okay, this time Rishika, repeat.
Indriyani manobuddhi
Asyadhisthanamuchyate ete vimohayatyesha jnanamavritya dehinam.
Look at the beauty of learning shlokas when you are a kid. I am not able to pronounce correctly, but how wonderfully she pronounced it. I am so impressed. So impressed. Okay, this time who didn't do? Okay, Rohit, you didn't do last time. Now you do it.
India Mano.
No laughing. India Mano Buddhi.
Astiyane Uchate.
Astyanam Uchate.
Itye Vinomatyayeste.
Vidayimoksesha. Jnanamamritadehinam. Akash. One book? Yeah. Okay, take that.
Indriyani Mano Buddhir.
Indriyani Mano Buddhir.
Asya Dirstanam Usyate.
Astyanam Uchate.
Yitir Vimoti Yase.
Itayimoksesha. Jnanamamritadehinam. Translation. The senses, the mind, and the intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. Krishna is giving a trick also where the lust will be. This is such a wonderful. I love Bhagavad Gita so much, very systematically, right? Through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. Bewilders means, doesn't meaning of bewilder means confusion. See, look at that. I was watching cricket match between India and 2 days back.
West Indies.
Okay. So I was awake and watching whole match. It was so interesting, right? So what happens is, one thing I was learning is, people are put in strategic places. When you hit this way, catch is going to this way. So they know the places where the catches would come, where they hit the 4 runs. So Dhoni, right? He's very smart. I'm very smart guy. He's looking, first he's looking, somebody hits 4 rounds, he's seeing that player has that easy to hit 4 rounds, he's changing, putting them so that they won't hit 4 rounds. And I'm connecting to this sloka very well, that one. Krishna said that. Krishna said, the senses means, how many senses we have?
5.
5 senses, actually total 10, we'll talk about other 5 senses later. Total 10 senses we have, okay, 5 senses, okay? The senses and the mind. Where is the mind? Manaha, right? That's a brain. Mind. Okay, then, and the intelligence, where is intelligence?
Right here.
Intelligence next to soul, usually. Intelligence sits next to soul. Where is the soul?
Right here.
Near heart. Okay?
Behind
So, those are, see, the senses, the mind, and intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. See, this lust is exactly the target places where they are going to hit the 6 rounds and 4 rounds. Mind, senses, and those places lust is sitting there. So, those are the places where we control everything and lust is there. Lust is very smart. So, in that case, what we are going to do? How to overcome the lust? Mind, intelligence, and senses. Senses, for example, when you say senses, we mistake. Senses means eyes are not senses actually. Eyes are only objects to see. Behind the eyes, there is a sensor. Eye sense is there. Senses. Eyes are only an instrument to see, but behind eyes, senses are there. Eye sense is there. Yes, these are only a what you call transfer now, but behind this one, the sense is there. All these places and lust is sitting there. Whether you are Jnani, MBA Finance, or MS Computer Science, doesn't matter. Everybody is bewildered by this lust. Or you do PhD in physics also, doesn't matter. then you become more problematic when you study higher and higher because you think you are controlling. Yes, no, sorry.
Is lust like Maya?
Lust like Maya. What you said, lust is?
Is
Lust is
Maya?
dust, you said, right?
Lust is dust.
Yeah, I think actually what I would say, Gayatri, is probably lust is one of the energies of Maya, probably. Probably, maybe you can pitch in and
One of the weapon of Maya.
probably. Okay. Right. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Yeah. As I always remember you, Rohit, lust is dust. So, right. So this is they're attacking at the right places: mind, senses, intelligence. This is the place where lust is sitting. So if those target places there, then we are whatever we operate, we are operating on the lusty platform, right? And but by evidence of by reading scriptures, following devotional practice, lust can be overcome. Lust becomes love. Lust becomes love. So let's go what Sri Prabhupada is telling in the purport. Now Mataji's side. Start reading.
The enemy has captured different strategic position in the body of the conditioned soul, and therefore Lord Krishna is giving hints of those places so that one who wants to conquer the enemy may know where he
Can be found. Look at that.
found.
Krishna is so merciful. He is telling these are the places you have a lust. He is giving a hint to us. And people who wants to overcome lust, they know, oh, this place is lust is there. This place, oh, this place is bad. This place is bad. So he is giving it so that people who wants to overcome lust, they work on those places to remove the lust. Basically, he said senses. Right? How to remove the lust from the senses?
Engage.
You start it. Right. How you remove lust from your senses? Raj, I know you're struggling hard, but that's okay.
No, you are engaging to.
Yes. Hold on. Yes. We think it counts them also, Raj.
Chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and engaging.
That is okay. That's what you are giving overall, but your senses are there. For example, your eyes, senses. How to engage those eyes for the remove the lust? And your ears. Tell me honestly. Tell me, including myself. We want to hear if you are talking something bad about a person. Hey, continue. Oh, yeah. You add two things. Oh, no, not that one only. He did this to me last week. That's still bad, man. He's such a bad person. How many of you like hearing those conversations? Be honest.
I really don't like.
We all.
I really don't like.
You don't like, right? Because you're devotee. You're a devotee. So that's what happens when you come to devotional. We don't like, right? But if you go outside the side of the world, 99.9% garbage going on. People want to talk.
Even if you are not, you not want to hear, right?
Yes.
People want to tell you.
Exactly.
And it goes in. Recently
Exactly.
happened to me because Prabhu went to India, and then so many things happened in India. So Prabhu brought all those things like a kind of calls, and then so my husband is saying to listen to that. But I said actually I'm not listening anything. It's the same thing repeatedly. Like your mind will be changing.
Exactly. How many gifts you take? Nobody is happy.
So better not to
take any gifts.
That's what
I
learned myself actually.
When I came to America in 1992, I went for marriage in 94. I took 2 suitcases of gifts, and everybody was unhappy at that point. Everybody was unhappy. When third time I did not take any gifts, everybody was happy.
We were psychology.
Why? Because if you take watch, no, you bought watch, but you bought only clothes for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
They compare.
Okay,
this
contrast. Exactly.
This only you gave
When you don't take anything, you just can. That's enough for them. I don't know what they think, but they are happy.
You cannot satisfy, satisfy.
Exactly. So, ears, eyes, mouth, everything is a place of lust. Bad things attracts very fast. As Raj said, all these senses can be engaged for the Supreme Lord service. How? eyes are there, for example, you can see the beauty of the Lord. The decorated so nice, especially in the ISKCON temples. If you look at Radha Krishna deities, right? Even if you go to Tirupati, Balaji, if you see him, Raj visited Tirupati, but they push because so many people are there. How beautiful seeing the Lord. When you see that beauty and come and see something here, do you like it? That's why engage in the deity service. What happens is you are used to this beauty and you don't like other beauties. That's why what you are doing, you are purifying your eyes by seeing at the Lord. That's one way of removing the lust. Hands are there. Use hands to clean the temple. Hands get satisfied.
And often?
Mind is there. Manaha. Mind is the one where everything, central location, right? Central repository. Cloud nowadays. Cloud concept. Cloud is the mind. Everything is deposited in the cloud. That cloud is creating all this. Cloud communicates to senses. Cloud communicates to mind. Mind communicates to senses. And from there it goes to intelligence and all those things. It goes there. So the senses are controlled. One more thing in Krishna consciousness, we control. Tongue is the greatest. Taste is the greatest enemy of this one. How you control in Krishna consciousness taste? By eating only Krishna prasadam, offered to Krishna. Bonjate tagam papam yaprachantiyetma karanat. Yaprachantiyetma karanat. That's the only reason why you offer food to Krishna. Muchante sarva kilbishai. Kilbishai means all. Bonjate tagam papam. All papas are removed when you offer to Krishna. Sarva kilbishai. It removes all problems by offering to Krishna. And tongue is the most voracious thing. Right? Tongue can talk so many things, right? It talks bad and good, but it attracts bad more. But when you hear about Krishna Katha here, when you hear Krishna Katha, what is your here? Yes, sir? Somebody is feeling pain to sit here, right? When I have to go out and talk something else. But it happens. When you are hearing Krishna Katha, it goes and touches the heart. Heart will be
cleansed.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. What is the meaning of Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya? Means every day, 24/7, involved in Krishna Katha, serving Krishna, then you are automatically purified. Then there is no question of lust. The mind, you think mind, always Namaswarana going on. See, 16 rounds don't chant 16 rounds and keep it. Whenever you get time, think about Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. Mind. Keep all the time like a Unix demon process going on background, right? Keep on reading, keep on chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Think about Krishna. Because they are very satisfying to think about Krishna. Why? Because they are transcendental. So, tongue can be controlled two ways. What is that? Eating prasadam, Krishna prasadam. What is that Rupa Goswami shloka? Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Grihamindriya Sevanmuke hi Jivado Swayameva Spurati Ada. Because of blunt senses, from these blunt senses, you want to see Krishna, you have to tune your senses. Tuning. When you do tuning, what happens? Efficiency increases. Why do you do database tuning? Increase the efficiency of SQL tuning. You do SQL tuning, right? Why? Because you want faster response from the database. You tune your senses, you get response from Krishna very quickly. Very simple to do this one. Tongue, Krishna Prasadam, and this can be used to call his names. Vibrate Krishna name. This is like a rotor to the body. When you have a big ship, just a small rotor to the ship determines the direction of the ship. For a whole existence for human beings, this tongue determines where you go towards. Going to Goloka Vrindavan, you are going toward the hellish planets. Vibrating the sound from the tongue, Krishna Katha, that takes to the spiritual world. Okay, let's finish the purport and then I will be done. I think it's just in 5 minutes. Mataji, somebody can read. Jamana Mataji, may read it again.
Mind is the center of all activities of the senses, and thus when we hear about sense objects, the mind generally becomes a reservoir of all ideas of sense gratification.
Look at that. Mind becomes a reservoir, cloud. Good.
And as a result, the mind and the senses become the repositories of the lust.
Repositories of database repository. It becomes a database repository for all lusty activities. Why? Because you have the sense objects to enjoy. Go ahead, Mataji.
Next, the intelligence department becomes a captain of such lustful propensities.
Excellent. Later that. After that, intelligence becomes the department and thinks about how to fulfill those lusty desires.
Intelligence is the immediate next door neighbor of the spirit soul. Lusty intelligence influences the spirit soul to acquire the false ego and identify itself with matter.
Look at that. Once this happens, you identify with the matter, you think you are the body. And when you think of the body, you want to enjoy. Enjoy like what? Excessive enjoyment. Let me have all this for me, everything to me. This becomes. Keep reading.
And thus, with the mind and senses, the spirit soul becomes addicted to enjoying the material senses and mistakes this is
true happiness. Look at that. When you are acting on the body platform, you think that's a real happiness, at the body level happiness. But we are living the illusion. Is that really happiness? No. Keep reading.
This false identification of the spirit soul is very nicely explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
You can read just translation.
A human being who identifies this body made of three elements with his self, who considers the byproducts of the body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of birth worshipable, and who goes to the place of pilgrimage simply to take a bath rather than meets men of transcendental knowledge, there is to be considered like as or a cow.
Oh, okay. I think basically just talking, mind is a repository and all these things, what we just discussing, right? Basically, senses have to be controlled. That's ultimate bottom line. Senses have control in different ways. When senses are controlled, when the senses are controlled, what happens is, for example, when senses are controlled, mind thinks, whatever I am demanding, these senses are not getting for me. Right? See, for example, you have a child, a path is there. For example, you buy every week one toy to park, he expects more and more. There is no limit.
Spoiled.
Yes. Not you. In America, all the kids are spoiled. In India, if you get one toy for 5 years, you will be happy.
Not anymore, Prabhuji.
Okay. Just right. Those days, right? But as you give more and more, they want more and more. There is no question of happiness. Right? So, when the senses are not associated with the sense enjoyment, then mind thinks, I am demanding, but senses are not getting what I want. Then after some time, mind becomes tamed. There is no question. Even if I demand, they are not getting. So, the senses are controlled. Controlled in the sense, not like forcefully. When the senses are controlled in such a way that all the activities are related to devotional service, then mind thinks, I'm asking so many things, he's just doing devotional service. Okay, let me keep quiet. Mind becomes tame. The mind becomes tame, your intelligence also driven by the mind. Okay, this is what they wanted. So your intelligence sharpens on the skills what you are working, because since are engaged only these services, and intelligence also thinks, okay, they're only working, they're only Krishna devotees. So let me tune to act as per their alignments. So that way you can, all these desires have to be aligned in such a way that when you do devotional service, everything is taken care of. Why? Because mind thinks they are doing this one. Intelligence thinks, if I demand also, no big deal. They are going to do Aarti morning, they are going to do chanting morning, and they are used to this one. So let me keep quiet. All this becomes like a puppet in your hand. You control your senses at that point. You are not under the control of the senses. When you become devotee, you are controlling the senses. Whatever you say, for example, Ekadasi day, when Virabhadra Prabhu fast morning to next morning, even doesn't take water, and he trained in such a way that Ekadashi means his body doesn't demand anything. So the training has to be done for the senses same way. I am doing this devotional service, and you are doing mind knows whatever, and sometimes I deviate. I want to watch cricket, so I couldn't stand on 3 days back. I didn't withstand, because when it's India cricket match means I used to since So for even what I'm saying here, but for me also I have desires, but over the time hopefully they could. When I sit and teach here, it's not for you lesson, it's for me also. Don't think I'm a perfect person sitting here. I have a lot of problems, more than me. So basically what they're telling is, engaging the senses, especially I'm telling you, when you eat prasadam, Krishna prasadam, that is the greatest weapon. Srila Prabhupada, when he came here, he did not talk philosophy to these Americans because they don't understand. He just gave prasadam to everyone. Krishna prasadam, Krishna prasadam. That satisfies your senses. Cleans your senses. Yes, Gayatri.
So, how much can you control? What's your free will?
Excellent. Free will. Free will is how much free will, right? I'll give an example Srila Prabhupada gave. For example, you take a cow. She's asking about a free will. So example Prabhupada gave is, you take a cow and you bring cow and tie here with the rope. And cow can go around this certain place, right? But it can't go. It cannot go beyond certain place. Same way, we are also have a limit to use our free will to a certain extent. For example, 99.99% is determined by Krishna. Only 0.01 you have free will. For example, you come to class here, you can ask these questions, you can go to that room and watch TV. That is your free will given to you. Is that true? And is that right? And your parents are nice devotees, are doing devotional service. You may say, I don't want to follow this one. That is your free will, right? But you are following them. You are using free will in such a way that I want to use for Krishna or I want to use for devotional service. When I ask to sing Narsingarati Gayatri, you say, no, I don't want to sing. You can say that, right? I cannot force you, especially in America. You call police 911, he's forcing you. Right? So, you have every living entity. For example, all these devotees came, I force sometimes, but most of them, I hope, they come out of interest. I hope still. Right? But they have free will to choose. I want to come to this program or I can go to movie. So every person has it. But when you use your free will for Krishna's service, he will give you more free will. Then again you have to use it for Krishna. He gives 4. Devotees have an enormous amount of free will. But devotee thinks that I am servant of Krishna, I don't have any free will. That's a humility out of humility. Is that clear? Any more questions? So we will stop here and
actually this Bhagavatam sloka talking about?
Actually this Bhagavatam sloka I also don't know. That's what the translation. A human being who identifies this made of 3 elements with his self, who considers the byproducts of the body to be kinsmen. Basically, mana, buddhi, vanni, they think that the byproducts of the his friends basically. But in fact, they are not your byproducts basically. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. They can be used for the. Actually, I also don't know much about this sloka. I'll read in Bhagavatam and tell you. But he's talking about basically these 3: mind, intelligence, and sense of how we can use for the Krishna's service. Yes. Okay. So what we will do now? It's already little late. Since today is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's this one. Krishna, do you want to sing or no?
Mahaprasad.
No.
What are you talking about? What happened?
Kirtan and
I don't know that. I'm sorry.
You did that.
I was thinking of something else.
And one more thing I forgot to tell you, what happens is when we have too much lust also, our mind will lose the discriminative power. What is good, what is bad. That's a problem. You lose discriminating what is good, what is bad. You come to that level when too much excessive lust is there, that happens. You cannot distinguish between things, good and bad. That's why always situate in the devotional platform, some satsang, some activity to the temple related, that keeps you always in the right path. That's the only way to control senses. Okay, so what we will do is, I think, do you want to sing or no? Tell me, your choice. Please. Today is the last. No, this Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Kauramol. Okay? Can I sing? I'll sing, but hope everybody sings here. Okay, let's do. You can play Mridanga. Can you give these papers if you have more? I think. Prabhu, can you search on the net? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kauramol. Oh, you already packed it. Quickly.
Rishika.
That? Okay. Krishna, I want to sing.
What?
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayakara More.
Really? No, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Let's start.
Wait, do you have a stick?
Paper is there.
Lyrics in English. These are only four pages.
Okay. That's okay, later. There. It takes time.
So, do you have paper?
Only 4 papers, 5 names. I have papers. Give these papers to one each. Give 2 papers here to
TK songs. TK songs of Sri Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayakara More. 1 second, hold on, not now. It takes time, huh? Just follow. Now come down, start. Right. Up. Start. Everybody look at this one, please. Very. This is basically we are asking for the mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very interesting song. Very famous song.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jaya
Hare Krishna Gauranga Mahaprabhu Aviposta Mahastava ki Jai. So tomorrow please try to make the temple if you are in the city. Okay, Father, your turn now. You are rushing up. Go ahead now.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave.
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave.
Swalpa Punyam Vatanrajan.
Swalpa Punyam Vatanrajan.
Vishwa Sonai Vajayate.
Vishwa Sonai Vajayate. Sharira Vidyaja. Jodendriya Kaheka. Jive Khale Vishesagre. Tara Madhya Jivadi.
Lobo Maya Sudarmati.
Logo Maya Sudarmati.
Taki Jita Katin Sansare.
Taki Jita Katin Sansare.
Krishna Baro Doy Moy.
Krishna Baro Doy Moy.
Kori Bai Jiva Jai.
Kori Bai Jiva Jai.
Saprasada Nalbar.
Saprasada Nalbar.
Seyate Pao.
Seyate Pao.
Shri Radha Krishna Gurugao.
Shri Radha Krishna Gurugao.
Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai.
Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai.
Jainamai Jainitai.
Jainamai Jainitai.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shiva Deda Gadadhar.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. And Nitai Gaurchandra Mahaprasad ki Jai. Nice job, Parth.